Have you ever walked into a school and thought, this place looks great, so why does everyone seem exhausted? The bulletin boards are beautiful. You see the principal out and about. People are smiling in meetings. There's a new initiative. There's a wellness campaign. Maybe there's even some muffins in the staff room. And yet, when you look a little deeper, teachers are staying late. People are quietly frustrated. You hear some grumbling in the hallway. Everyone feels like they're working harder, but somehow they never get caught up. If you've ever been in a school like that, this episode is for you. Today, I want to talk about a pattern that I've seen across multiple schools and countries. Schools that look like they're improving, while the people inside them slowly become more and more overloaded. That pattern became one of the starting points for my book, Beyond Relationships. I remember walking into one school transition period where I was trying to understand how support systems actually worked. On paper, everything looked strong. The teachers cared, the students were supported, people were solving problems, and everyone seemed committed. But as soon as I started asking operational questions, things got fuzzy. How are referrals made? Pause. Who decides interventions? Long pause. Where is this documented? People started giving answers like, well, usually we ask so-and-so. It depends. We normally just figure it out. What I slowly realized was that the school wasn't functioning because the system was clear. It was functioning because really good people were carrying the gaps. The teachers were remembering the procedures in their heads. The leaders manually coordinated decisions. People stayed late. Everyone compensated. And because they were all compensating so well, the strain stayed invisible. From the outside, it looked like a healthy school, but from the inside, there was a lot of effort but low relief. That was one of the moments I started realizing something uncomfortable. Relationships matter, but relationships alone don't create capacity. One of the ideas I introduce in Beyond Relationships is the difference between visible improvement and structural improvement. Visible improvement is what schools naturally gravitate toward. Things like initiatives, posters, staff events, walkthrough language, PD, public goals, celebrations. Those are all important things, and this is not an anti-initiative episode. But while visible improvement creates movement, structural improvement creates relief. Structural work sounds less exciting. It includes things like protected time, role clarity, decision pathways, communication structures, aligned expectations, and fewer open loops. That doesn't sound super exciting, and I understand that. You can launch a literacy initiative, but you can still make literacy instruction harder. You can launch a wellness campaign and increase burnout. You can improve appearances while increasing operational load. That's the paradox. Movement and relief are not the same thing. The word performative can sound harsh, but I want to redefine it. Performative leadership isn't fake. Schools need visible wins. Parents have to be able to see evidence. The staff need energy and momentum, and leaders need to show visible progress. So all of that is important, but performative leadership becomes a trap when the visible work stops being connected to operational support. I think this is especially hard for relational leaders because relational leadership works. You can solve a lot with trust. You can smooth conflict, clarify expectations, support people until you can't. Ask yourself, if I disappear tomorrow, would this still work? If the answer is no, then you may not be building capacity. You may be buffering the system. I'm not saying that relational leadership is wrong. I'm a relational leader. It means relationships should create the conditions for systems and not replace them. This was probably the hardest realization for me personally. My work has always been deeply relational, trauma-informed, student-centered, connection-focused. I still believe that relationships are foundational, but I also started noticing something. The things I built that survived after I left, those were the things that were embedded into systems. The things that were dependent on my personality almost all disappeared. That changed how I think about leadership. Relational leadership is important because it builds trust, it creates safety, it launches change. But systems thinking is also important because it protects capacity, it clarifies expectations, and it allows that change to endure. You really do need both. I want to leave you with 3 questions. Number 1, what evidence are you using to decide your school is improving? Number 2, where are people quietly compensating? And number 3, what looks healthy because good people are carrying it? This week, don't look for the posters. Look for friction. Look for hesitation. Look for repeated clarification questions. Look for the work between the work. Sometimes exhaustion is a design signal. Thanks for listening to Balance by Design. If this resonated, please share it with another school leader who's trying to build improvement without breaking the people inside the system.